Okay, interesting time to be alive, y'all. Interesting time to be alive. So, I genuinely think, like you read from the title, I genuinely think Prophet Lovy came out the winner of whatever happened. And he hasn't even responded. At the time that I'm making this video, he hasn't responded yet, at least not directly. He's been doing subliminal responses, some of which I have released on this particular channel. Just go through the channel, go through it and subscribe. Please subscribe. But I think this is why I think this whole rampage has actually been of benefit to Prophet Lovy. Now, I am one who believes there's no such thing as bad publicity. All publicity is good publicity. I also, though, do not think, even though all publicity, even the bad publicity is good publicity, I don't think the EJ publicity is good publicity. Hey, that's just what I think. I don't think there's a way around it or way out of what my brother, amazing brother, dug himself into. But bad publicity is also good publicity. You need to understand this. And Prophet Lovy himself even released stories on his Instagram saying it was his numbers have gone up. Can you believe? You came out trying to bury the man. He came out. He's even on top of. Let me try to be kind. Let me try to be very kind. But this is what I've been saying in my past videos. This is all I've been saying to you guys. This is all I've been saying. If it's of God, it will stand. If it's not of God, yep, it will crumble. As you can see. So what can you conclude from everything that's been happening so far? One person's numbers seem to be going up. Someone's numbers who assumed his numbers would be going up, also his numbers are kind of going down. This whole thing seemed to be benefiting the one who was supposed to be buried by it. It's crazy, right? So look at Prophet Lovy's numbers. He's over 500,000 on Instagram as far as followers are concerned. His stream numbers are back up. He's one of the people who I would say hosts one of the biggest live streams. Of course, there are preachers like the man of God, Pastor Chris, who at this particular juncture, I don't think anybody has numbers like him. But Prophet Lovy, in my humble opinion, his YouTube, when he's doing his live, I'm talking about the numbers that come after his live. I'm talking about when he's actually on the live stream, thousands of people still connect. Thousands of people still connect. So in my humble opinion, I think this whole thing that happened with the EJs and the Abednegos and it actually helped Prophet Lovy to a great extent. It actually helped him. And when you thought he was done, the man goes to South Africa. I'm going to drop the videos. I'm going to drop the clip somewhere. The man goes to South Africa. Guess what he does? He sells out that arena, bro. Of course, I think the tickets were free, but like, that thing was packed. You think the warlock would, no one would go right? Wrong. Everyone went. The man is still doing big moves. He's not even at a bigger level at this particular juncture. He's not at a bigger level. And I'm just happy, y'all. I'm just happy because when I came out and I was putting my face to this and I was telling you guys, like, you guys are losing focus. I'm supporting Prophet Lovy and I'm supporting the gospel because this guy is preaching the gospel, right? And I was blatant on Prophet Lovy's side. I didn't get no love. Matter of fact, it seemed like all y'all guys were wanting my head. I was getting all sorts of comments on different social media platforms, right? But I told you, I remember telling you explicitly that he's not going down. This whole thing started in 2024 when around August, we're in 2025 now. Everything seems to not have even hurting a bit, one bit. Same thing that happened when Prophet EJ came for round two. And mind you, you hitting someone who's like, okay, you took that cheek. Here's another one. Here's another one. Strike me again, EJ. And he's still not down. Bro, I told you the man is not going down. I told you this. Why? Because it's not his work. He's never been posting about himself. He's never spoken about himself like that. It has always been the Lord's work, right? And also in your mind, guys, you need to understand this. This isn't the first rodeo. He's not the first man of God to be called out. They called out everyone. E.D. Ahosa, T.B. Joshua. They called out T.B. Joshua before he died. 10 years before he died. They called him out 20 years before he died. When he started his ministry, they called him out, right? When I was a shorty and I was starting to hear about T.B. Joshua, bro, they called him out. Guess what? 15 years later, he was still doing his thing. He died. The man died. They were still calling him out. They called out the apostles. They called out Paul. They called him out. Did the church stop? No. The church kept going. I've told you guys, I've told you this, whether out of contention, whether out of malice, whether out of envy, as long as Jesus preached, yo, I'm on that side. I'm on that side. I'm on that side. So Prophet Lovy, this actually helped Prophet Lovy. I genuinely think this helped Prophet Lovy because his numbers were supposed to go down. His numbers were supposed to go down. I didn't think so. I told you. I actually did tell you. I actually did tell you that, yo, Jesus is being preached on this thing. That the kingdom of heaven is actually a real place. It's an actual real kingdom. You know. But guess what? Y'all went wowie. This whole thing actually made Prophet Lovy bigger, bro. This whole thing. Yo, if you're seeing the South African crusade, I don't know what they were calling it, but like, I'll drop what they were calling it, the revival. Whatever the revival, like, look at that thing. That should tell you. You would assume, yo, everyone is saying this is a warlock. But no. Jesus is going to do his work. Jesus is going to do what Jesus is going to do regardless. This is not the first time a man of God, I'm telling you, this is not the first time a man of God has been called out. It's not. It's really not. It's really not. Because they've been attacking the church for a while. Listen. Saul was attacking David. It's not new. It says the house of the flesh was attacking the house of the spirit. It's been happening even before Jesus came. It happened while Jesus was around again. The Jews, the scribes, the Pharisees, they came after Jesus. Again, the house of the flesh was attacking the house of the spirit. I've been telling you this. In your wildest, while you guys were wilding and all you guys were talking, why did you think none of the men of God went on EJ's side? None of them were talking like, oh, that's true, because it was. That should have told you. That should have told you that no other men of God was standing besides what they were doing. But Prophet Lovy came out, and I still think he should respond. But at this point, like, you know when you was fighting someone, and then he's like, yo, have you now given your best shot? Have you given everything right now? Have you emptied yourself? Have you given everything you can? And you now done, and he's like, okay, now it's time for me to respond. At this point, bro, if he does respond, it's gonna be crazy. But truth be told, I think this made his name even go further. I think God just promoted him even further, bro. I think God just promoted it even further. And the numbers are telling. The numbers are telling on their own. I'm just happy, bro, because I was crazy. I sounded crazy when I was telling you all this. I sounded crazy when I was telling you the church is not gonna go down. And I told you that Prophet Lovy is a prophet in the body of Christ. I told you this. I told you this. And at the time, like, it seemed like I was crazy because everyone else, it seemed like it was the easier thing to call out Prophet Lovy, right? The reason why like I said, I didn't even want to put my face to this whole thing. I didn't. I was comfortable doing the faceless channel, no one knowing who this channel belonged to. I was okay with that. 100%. Make my money and go. I was okay with that. Inspire you guys and go. I was okay with that. Preach whatever I want to preach, whatever the Lord is putting in my heart and go. I was okay with that. But I saw that it was not enough because everyone was on this rampage, exposed the prophetic. The prophetic was under attack by this. Everyone is saying this. This one is saying that. Everyone was on this expose the men of God rampage. I came out, I said, nope. But it seemed like I was crazy. 10 views later, I came out, I said, no. The following day, 2 views later, I came out still. No one was watching me at the time. I was telling the people that were listening, the church is not going to go down, bro. No. And it seemed like I was crazy, right? It seemed like I was crazy. Wait, what? What? Look at the numbers, bro. Look at the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Is the church down? No. I got a song for you guys. I got a song for everybody who thought this was going to shake us, who thought I was wrong. The church is marching on. The church is marching on. The gates of hell shall not prevail. The church is marching. I told you, if Prophet Lovy was a warlock, go and cast him out. Go and cast him out, real Christians. Oh, now we see that y'all are not real Christians. Y'all are not real Christians. The church is marching on. The church is marching on. The gates of hell shall not prevail. The church is. I told you. I told you. Prophet Lovy's not going down. Y'all thought he was done. Y'all thought he was done. He's not done. Cape Town should have shot. Cape Town. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, bro. I'm so excited. The church is marching on. I want to do the Trump dance. The church is marching on. The gates of hell shall not prevail. The church is marching on. With the Trump dance. The church is marching on. I wish I could do it. My camera frame is, but just humor me. The church is marching on. The church is marching on. The gates of hell shall never prevail. The church is marching on. No, you don't go down that easy. You're lying. You're lying. You deceived yourselves now. You deceived yourself. Oh man. The Benny goes. Oh yeah. I told you guys. I told you guys. I told you. I'm sorry to come out and tell you that I told you, but I told you. It's not gonna go down like that. I told you when I had 2 views, 2 views, 2 views. And I showed up the following day and I told you again. And it was not cool at all. And when I say that, it was not cool at all. It seemed like I was crazy. It seemed like I was the only one who was bold enough to come out and say, and put my face to it. And I said, look, Prophet Lovy's going to march on. The gospel's going to march on. This is not the first prophet to be attacked. This is not the first pastor to be attacked. This is not the first pastor to be called out. They called out everyone. This noise. They called out Pastor Chris. They called out Idia Hosa. They called out Benny Hinn. They called out everyone. They called everyone out. It's not going to change. To the prophets, to the pastors, focus on you guys are the real deal. You guys are the real deal. Focus on government policies and government things now. Focus on nations. The Lord has called you to do that. Focus on nations. This noise will pass. This noise is irrelevant. The church is marching on. I'm not hearing you. The church is marching on. The gates of hell shall not prevail. The church is my tram dance. The church is marching on. The church is march. Hey, until the next video, bro. Tonight Global. This is the Unbroken Scripture on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. The church is marching on. Oh man. Ciao.